Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to our last day here at Juniors World Gliding Championship. So overall, we've had 10 successful tasks for both classes, and now it's not even important how we flew today, because on the long way we had some ups and downs, but after all, we are all safe and sound here, and we are joyful to be here together for our last united evening. And because now we have the preliminary results from the whole championship, I've invited here two guys that already been here, but are most likely to become our juniors world champions. So welcome Simon Briel from standard class, Germany, and Finn Slay from England. So guys, what do you think was your key to winning this whole championship?
Could you go first? That's a really hard question.
I have to go first. Yeah, I think you have to fly good on every day. You don't have to be on first, on top every day, but you have to continue every day and maybe to improve every day, and you have to feel good on our tasks. So that's only one way.
I think the weather was so tricky that sometimes you'd be in really bad bits and sometimes you'd be in really good bits. So when you're in the good bits, you had to maximize them and take all the points you could. And then when you got stuck in the bad bits, you had to make sure you didn't do too much damage to the results. And overall, over the 10 days, I think we probably spent just a little bit more time in the good bits than everyone else.
Okay. And so, how did you feel after today's flight when you landed?
I had to go to the toilet.
Yeah, our flight wasn't the best one we did. We had some trouble in the last turn point area, and we were there a little bit low in the high terrain and struggled a lot. And we managed to get up again and fly home safely, and that was nearly the key point because we were very low there and struggled a lot. But we're safe home, and that's it.
And no problems with your stomach then?
Yeah, today not.
Good.
What happened 4 days ago?
Yeah, 4 days I had a small problem with the stomach, but we managed it quite good.
Yeah, you both are heroes for this.
And today our flight was really, really good. And then Toby was taking a little extra distance in the AAT sectors, and then I was flying in front to try and mark him the climbs and speed him up to make sure he came second. And just in the last sector, we were ever so slightly under time, and we pushed harder further along under this amazing cloud street with a wall of rain on the side and convergence on the edge. And it was so good, but we came back, and by the time we came back, when we got back to cloud base there, we weren't on glide back to the airfield, so we had to deviate a long way off track. And Toby thought he blew it. It was a little tense. And we were like, no. And then we were really unsure whether Nils, another guy in LS4 from Germany, would pip us to Toby's second place. So it was very tense, but
it worked out, right?
Yeah, it was good.
And so what was your reaction then when you saw the results?
When we saw the results, I was just about to go to bed to have a nap because I felt so rough. But then I walked past everyone and Toby's like, the results are in. And then we had a massive hug, and then everyone said well done, and we took some pictures, and I sprayed everyone with champagne. And
Really? Nice. You did it.
And I tried to drink some, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick.
So you went for the nap then?
Yeah, then I had a little nap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I stayed quite calm and weighed up the results because we were not so good today. I had a big gap to the second guy, to the French guys and the Czech guys, but we waited all the results, and then it was quite good and relaxing.
Oh, the German way then?
That's it.
Okay, and so overall, do you consider this as your greatest gliding success?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think it's one good point in our career. We met ourselves in Szeged 4 years ago at our first comp together, and we managed to finish second there in each class, and then it's quite a good one. It's our last junior comp, so we were not allowed to fly here anymore because we're getting too old. And then to win.
Simon's older.
Yeah, okay.
And to be on top here at the last.
Yeah, I've noticed. Not in the interview, it's live.
And to be on top, it's quite a good finish.
Yeah, it's really cool. I had a similar result with my old teammate Jake in 2019, but I guess this one's a tiny bit sweeter because this time I get gold instead of silver.
And so you've already touched upon it, but it's your last year as juniors. So what are your next steps and dreams and goals?
Well, because we both won this competition, we both get an entry to the World Championships in Australia next year. So maybe.
Maybe we can meet in Australia again
Yeah.
next winter time. I've been there in Narromine at the Junior Worlds in 2015. It's a great place to fly there. But my next step is to start working. I
Yeah.
finished my university and got my master degree, and now the real time kicks in. We have to work, so it's kind of different time now starting.
And so, what did you enjoy the most about this championship?
Oh, the weather.
The weather?
It was
Okay.
amazing. Craziest weather I've ever flown in.
Really? Well, you've known Czech Republic so far.
No, it was
so-
never like this.
Okay.
It was insane.
The average speeds was just
Freaking crazy.
very, very good.
Like
Okay.
multiple days above 120 kph in club class gliders is like
I think every day in standard class was above 110 or 120
Yeah.
kph.
mad.
So it was just amazing weather. We had some great time here. The airport, everyone did his best to do a good competition. So it was very nice to be here.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
That's nice to hear. And so, even though you're now considered the best ones, you always learn something, right? So,
Lots,
is there
yeah.
some lesson, main lesson you've carried from this championship?
I never learned how to fly this fast before. Seriously, I had to like rethink about the way I was flying and routing the glider because we learned to fly in England and it's much lower and slower, so you often deviate more and your operating band is so much lower. Here, when you're flying to 9,000 feet and the climbs are 6 or 7 knots, you have to like channel your vision to like fly more direct and faster, and it takes a little while to get up to speed with that. So I was like, the first few days I was like, whew, what the hell is so fast?
Quite fast.
Yeah, it's like I thought I knew how to do that, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I don't have any flight without mistakes, so we're doing mistakes every flight. Not only once, twice, 3, 4, 10 mistakes every flight. So in my opinion, we can improve every flight to do less mistakes, and that's my fortune to get better every flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And so, guys, last question. How will you celebrate now?
I think I have to go back to bed.
Yeah, no,
I did not feel well.
Okay.
no. I
You?
think the party this evening where we can participate and do our best,
Yeah, try.
enjoy the nice evening.
Okay. So thank you very much. Be proud of your results, and I must say that I'm probably not the only one to say this, but you are my gliding idols. So
Thank you.
keep up such wonderful results, and
Yeah, you did also a great job, Esther, so
you're
you did
really
pretty
kind.
good.
And thank you for coming, guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice night, and everyone else, please follow us for the last live stream tomorrow morning for 10 o'clock to see how these amazing guys are getting their prizes. Thank you.
Good job.